Radio,
on your mobile,
and online.
The views expressed on this program do not necessarily represent those of Revive FM or its management.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is hold on, I just need to check. Alim, am I on live? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear listeners, dear viewers, this is your host Ish Sethi here today on the Countdown to Iftar show live on Revive FM 94.0. And in the studio with me, I have got the one and only Hamzah Sheeraz. Assalamu alaikum, Hamzah.
Walaikum salam. How are you, man?
How's it going, bro? You all right?
All good.
How's your fast going, man?
It's all right, it's all right. Obviously, I think 3 weeks ago. So coming off the diet life and everything, it's not too bad now. So it's all right.
Okay, good. Mashallah. So we're gonna have a good show, inshallah, today. Don't forget, guys, this Iftari show is sponsored by WBO Restaurant in Gants Hill. Make sure you guys check it out. We're running a competition, so all we want you to do to win, for a chance to win an Iftari for a family of 5, just go to our socials and tag us and like our page and share our page with 3 different people. And you know what, we're going to enter you in the prize draw, and inshallah on Friday we're going to make an announcement. We already made an announcement this Friday, a lucky winner by the name of Sophia, who was a lucky winner of the Iftar show. So if you want a chance to win a Iftar at WBO Restaurant, don't forget you can do that by just following the instructions that I said. But you know what, enough of that. Come to the main man, Hamzah. Let's basically start off by saying, you know what, well done on your last fight, man. That was epic, bro. I was watching that, alhamdulillah. What's the situation now? After that fight, that sort of like put to bed any sort of concerns that were about the fight before that with Bradley Ski, isn't it? You sort of like just put those things to bed and that was a masterclass. So how did that make you feel, man?
Yeah, no, it's good, man. Alhamdulillah, it's good. Obviously, with all the backlash from the fight before that, it was good to get it done and get it done quick and get it done in good fashion. And I don't think anyone expected me to do that, to be honest with you. Even like myself, kind of, I thought I'd stop him, but I thought I'd get him out in the later rounds. And obviously, he caught the training I'd done and everything. It paid dividends on a fight night. And yeah, man, like going back to what you were just saying about the backlash. Yeah, it was good. It was obviously everyone was questioning my abilities and everything, but I knew it was just an off day I had the previous fight, and then it showed, didn't it? It showed. I went back to the drawing board, went back to LA, trained hard, trained smart, and then come fighting night, it all paid off. And I wasn't really surprised, to be honest with you. Everyone else was, because they thought, like this is a big thing. But to me, I knew I was back on track and back winning.
Alhamdulillah. You sort of like just know it in yourself, like you know what your abilities are, what your flaws were, if they were. But you know what, to be honest with you, I'll come to that Bradley Ski fight, because even that, I think that you're getting a lot of harsh criticism for, to be honest with you, and this is not me just saying this to your face, but I love boxing.
Yeah.
I've been watching boxing since I was a kid. So I was watching that fight, and yeah, okay, it might not be in the best one, but I think that the backlash that you got was so disproportionate, so disingenuous. I was thinking, hold on a second, that's just like a bit unfair, because at the end of the day, you won that fight, and then what happened? Well, but we'll come back to that fight. We'll come back to that fight. But you know what, Hamzah? I want tell me the backstory, man. How did you get into boxing? Because we're seeing a lot of Pakistani boxers, British Pakistani boxers, coming through the ranks now. But you, as a young British-born, originally parents from Pakistan, families from Pakistan, born and bred in Ilford. Shout out Ilford. Yeah. How did you get into it, man?
So my uncle was a boxer. My uncle was a boxer. He was boxing for, I think he won loads of national titles and everything. And when he was around, he was the best in his age and weight and whatever it was at the time. So it was in the family. It was always was in the family. Like
Okay.
sports, my father was a professional cricketer. Sports was always prioritized in our family. So when it come to like education and everything, I always had my parents' support when it came to that or boxing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was good. That's how I got into it. My uncle, we went down to the gym, and then when I was about 8 years old, and then I never looked back, man. And here we are today.
8 years old. So you went to the gym. But tell me, you know, they say that 8 years old, you will never look back. But how did you actually start? You went into the gym.
Yeah.
At what point did your parents start sort of like, molding you towards this? What was your routine like as a kid? You know,
It was straight away. It was straight away. Like as soon as I walked in the gym, I think we don't like do things half-heartedly. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it properly.
Okay.
So it was just like literally. I promise. Since I was 8 years old, I remember. I think I must have walked in the gym on a Monday, and then I think for as far as I can remember, my routine has been, well, back when I was an amateur, was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, boxing. That's all it was.
Come
And
home from school,
straight boxing. That's what
Okay.
it was. Even some days, don't go to school, go boxing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I got into it. So I walked into the gym, and then
What gym is this?
this gym was in Debden. It was called Debden Boxing Club at the time.
Where is it?
In near Loughton.
Okay.
Near Loughton.
So hold on, you're in Ilford.
Yeah,
Where do you live?
I live off Perth Road.
So you live off Perth Road. You used
Yeah.
to go all the way to Loughton.
Yeah.
Your parents would take you there.
Yeah, they'll do. Yeah, my mum or my dad would drive me
That's
over there.
commitment, man.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
mashallah.
And then yeah, I got on with the coach, and then I done I think about 6 years with him before I moved to another club, and then
Okay.
done my second half of my amateur career.
At what point did you think, you know what, this is a career thing for you?
I think it was really and truly. I was doing it as an amateur, and I was
Yeah.
doing decent, winning a few fights here and there. But I think really and truly, it was when I was about 16, 17.
After GCSEs.
Yeah, after I'd done my GCSEs and I'd done my first year A levels.
Yeah.
Then I dropped out and then I done an apprenticeship. And I think it was during my apprenticeship I realised like I don't want to do. I was doing an electrical apprenticeship at the time. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to do this. And then I was on a break from boxing for a bit then, and then I went back to the gym, and then the opportunity come to turn pro, and then it was like a dream come true.
Alhamdulillah. So I'm gonna come to your training regimes and what you're doing, and when it's sort of like get into the life of a boxer and sort of like, you know, let people have the opportunity to sort of like put questions to us. And don't forget, guys, if you want to call the studio, you can call it. The number to call is 0333 444 0940. You can ask your questions directly from Hamzah Sheeraz. Anything you've got, anything related to boxing life or his personal life or anything you want to ask him. I've got the main man here. And inshallah, we're going to see this guy on the world stage very soon, representing Ilford, representing Muslims, representing the Pakistani community. Alhamdulillah. But Hamzah, your inspiration, who was your inspiration in boxing? So you were obviously, going boxing, going to the club, going to the gym. But when you were looking in the boxing world, who were the big people at that time?
I think really and truly it was my uncle, because he was everything I knew and he was everything I'm teaching me. So if anything, when you're little, you're like kind of in awe of these people.
Was he professional?
No, he was amateur. He did turn professional, but he didn't end up fighting for whatever. I think for whatever reason.
Okay.
But yeah, he was my main inspiration, because you got to remember, being a kid, say whatever sports or anything is, if you're with someone who's been there and you watch their fights and everything, and then they're there teaching you, you're almost like, like I said, you're in awe. And especially obviously in being my uncle as well, it was kind of like it was with us all the time, and it was always teaching me. And yeah, alhamdulillah, still good now. He actually, my last fight was his first fight with me. He had his pro license in the corner.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah. So it was good, man. It's good.
Alhamdulillah. And so what about in the boxing world?
In the boxing world, obviously at the time you had the likes of Khan, who was coming through. So he was the only British Pakistani doing it at the time. So can't really knock him for that. But in terms of,
what about like if you go in history, like the big names you've got, in the heavyweight, your Ali's, your Foremans, you walk down the ranks, you got your Tysons, and who was there anyone there that you thought, you know what, that is like that you want to be in that position.
I think when I was younger, and you don't really, obviously you see the old fights, but you don't really appreciate them
Yeah.
because you're young. But I think now, like the Tommy Hearns, the Sugar Ray Leonard,
Yeah.
that era was probably the best. Marvin Hagler's, that's probably the best
Yeah.
era of boxing that there was, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think there still is to this day. But yeah, definitely like the
In what weight division are those guys?
middleweight. So they range from welterweights to even like light heavies. Like Roberto Duran finished his career at light heavyweight.
Okay.
So did Tommy Hearns. All
Okay.
these guys. I think Sugar Ray Leonard done middleweight or super middle as well. So
Okay.
it ranged. It
Okay.
ranged. So like it was all good though. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's good. So that sort of era, that's probably like you're talking about 80s, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're
that's
talking
it.
80s.
Yeah, around then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now you can go back and watch those fights and you can really see. And boxing's moved on from those days
Massively.
to now. And let's get a bit into your sort of like your training regime. And that I got Muz, my co-host, who's basically supposed to be joining me, but I know he's listening to me right now on the radio, and I'm got a feeling he's going to call in. But anyway, Muz, that's a cue for you, bro. But you know what? He's going to be joining in soon. This guy's a fitness freak as well, so he's got all your sort of like gym questions and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if in I do want to talk more broadly. Back then, when these guys were fighting, they didn't have the kind of stats. They didn't have it was more raw.
Raw.
And right now, you can sort of like monitor every single element of your training, from your diet to your calories to your sort of like weight, and I don't know what other. But just tell us, for a layman, yeah, you got a lot of people out there who are listening.
Yep.
They don't understand training regime.
Yep.
What are the main things you're looking at right now?
So it's easy. You break it up into 3 sections. So
Okay.
So you could do your cardio,
Okay.
which everyone knows what cardio is: running, punching, anything that gets your heartbeat going for long periods of time. And then you got your strength and your muscular and your power as well, which is your strength and conditioning.
Okay.
Which you do it at separate times, and then you have your main thing, which is boxing itself, so technique work. So it's basically split into 3 sections, and them sections are shared over the 7 days of the week. So you could like, for example, my schedule is on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. I'd incorporate the strength work into it as well. So I do cardio in the morning, boxing in the afternoon, and then in the evening we do the power work. So you get the 3 sessions in.
I got a call, bro. I got a call.
Cool, no worries.
Assalamu alaikum. You're through to Revive FM. You're joined with Hamzah Sheeraz. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Wa alaikum salam. Ask and you will receive.
No, that's Muz, man. That's Muz. Muz, bro. You know what? You're a legend. I will talk to you after. I'll talk to you afterwards about this. But you know what? Where are you, man?
Bro, I am absolutely gutted right now. I'm stuck in lovely London, Whitechapel. I haven't been moving for the last hour, and I am absolutely, I was looking forward to this interview, having this sit down with Brother Hamzah Sheeraz, and going through his own boxing knowledge and learning everything about it. And now I'm stuck here in Stepney, and it's still not moving. I'll probably just about get there for Iftar, the way it looks like.
You know what? You kick back, relax, bro. I got Hamzah to myself today, man. I got Hamzah to myself today.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. So jealous. At least let me say assalamu alaikum to Hamzah, please.
Go on, bro. Go on. He's all yours, man.
Assalamu alaikum, Hamzah. How you doing?
Welcome, Salam. All good, man. How are you?
Oh, good. I pray I get there on time and hopefully get to see you. But you know what? Big up to your last fight, man. Moving from welterweight to middleweight, you put that bulk on and actually knocked him out of the canvas, mate.
Yeah. It was, to be honest, that weight jump was needed, and I felt a lot better within myself as well. And obviously, it paid off. And you could see it in the performance as well. So alhamdulillah, man, it was good.
How was it? I mean, from being welterweight all those years, as someone who's 6'3", man, he must be a tall lad, right?
Oh, he's tall, man. He's tall, man. He's tall.
6'3",
MashaAllah.
And at welterweight, what was you doing? What was you thinking to be at welterweight at 6'3"?
Do you know what it was? It's because I had that the European the belt at the time, so I had to get the best opportunities. I had to keep defending it at that weight. So I was kind of almost stuck, but then obviously in the end, I made the decision, or we made as a team the decision to move up.
It must have been quite tough to make weight all the time.
Yeah, no, it was hard. It still ain't easy at middleweight. It's still a little bit of a struggle, but it's not as bad as it was before, and it's a lot more safe this way as well. So yeah, it's all good.
Muz, bro.
Go on.
Go on. What are you gonna say?
No. The only thing I was going to ask here, and this was supposed to be my first question to ask Hamzah, because we've been asking everyone this when they come on, is what is Hamzah's iftar? Because the whole production team were joking about, what does a boxer have for iftar? Is it
We don't know whether to get you salad or cabbage or muesli. I don't know.
What we were saying, porridge and something like that. What does Hamzah Sheeraz have for suhoor and for iftar? That's what we want to know.
So obviously in the morning, what I normally have is I make sure I have my either a protein shake or something like that to replenish obviously the muscles from fasting all day, and I normally just have like a cereal or something, or Weetabix or something like that. I can't really eat much at that time because obviously your body's not used.
No salan, nihari, and none of that.
Nothing like that.
No. Are we gonna have a couple of parathe and that, man?
But to be fair, like even for iftar, I don't want to eat that because my body's not used to it.
Yeah.
But once you're like been eating clean for 10, 12 weeks,
yeah,
and you start putting food like that in your system, it kind of messes you up. You get dehydrated, you don't feel too good.
Yeah.
So I've just been eating like plain foods, like just normal chicken, salad, vegetables, rice, nothing exciting.
Yeah.
But it makes me feel good as well, and for me it makes the fast a lot easier. Where if I have something a bit greasy or something, I'll be thirsty as anything the next day. So
yeah,
I just keep it clean. I know it sounds a bit boring, but I keep it a bit clean and yeah, just try to stay healthy, man. It's a lifestyle at the end of the day, isn't it?
It's a lifestyle, man. You know what? I'm embarrassed right now. Muz, you got to get off the line, man.
Isha, I was just going to start on you, and I thought, yeah.
No. Don't start on me, bro. Don't start on me, man. I'm doing well, bro. I'm doing well, man. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Chalo, Tika, Muz. You know what? We catch you in a bit, inshallah.
I'm trying my best. I pray I get there. For at least the last segment of the show. I'll be on it, but inshallah, I'm trying my best to get there. So hopefully, see you guys soon.
See you soon, inshallah.
You know what? We're going to go on a quick break after that. After that, don't forget, after the break, guys, make sure you stay tuned in because we've got our Top Gear Need for Speed race. Hamzah's going to be in that seat, and we're going to see what he can do on the lap. And inshallah, straight after that, we'll be back in the studio, continuing our chat with Hamzah. So stay tuned, and we'll be back after this short break.
A Sadqa Jariyah unlike any other. This year, Allah has blessed us with the incredible opportunity of illuminating the interior of the Dome of the Rock Masjid, the exact place where the Prophet ﷺ was ascended into the heavens. This new lighting system will illuminate the central areas inside the Dome of the Rock. Gain the reward of praying in Masjid Al-Aqsa and give today. Visit muslimhands.org.uk.
अल्लाह के रसूल सल्लल्लाहु ताला अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, तुम में से सबसे बेहतरीन वो है जो दूसरों को फायदा पहुंचाए। 13 मिलियन सीरिया के लोग आपकी मदद के मुंतजर हैं। सिर्फ 50 पाउंड में आप एक खानदान को पूरे महीने के लिए खाना खिला सकते हैं और 300 पाउंड में एक मुसीबत ज़दा लोगों को फौरी तिब्बी इमदाद फराहम कर सकते हैं और 2000 पाउंड में आप एक खानदान को एक खूबसूरत घर की तामीर करवा सकते हैं। आए कॉल करें 03,000 11 11 11 और विजिट pennyappeal.org. Penny Appeal, small change, big difference.
With over 40 years experience in the industry, Plachette Carpets is the place to go for all your carpets, laminates, linos and wood flooring. We have an established network of suppliers, which means we can offer some of the best prices in town. We offer free estimates, free measurements and now even free fitting. Call us now on 0208 472 8568 or visit us at 157 Plachette Road, Upton Park, London, E13 0QZ.
Wah Bay. Indulge in an exquisite dining experience as our chefs prepare the finest Pakistani cuisine in front of your very eyes. From our mixed grill platters to our finely prepared traditional curries, the flavours of our mouth-watering menu will leave you with nothing to say except Wah Bay Wah. Find us at 410 to 412 Cranbrook Road, Gants Hill in Ilford. Wah Bay.
Looking to get your finances in order? MR Accountants has you covered. We provide a full range of accountancy and taxation services, including annual and management accounts, self-assessment tax returns, VAT, bookkeeping, and payroll services. We ensure you're kept up to date with the latest legislation, and our client-focused approach helps us plan your business finances from savings to investments. We are MR Accountants. Visit our website at mraccountants.com or call us on 0203 432 9138.
If you want to advertise your business on Revive FM, then visit www.revivefm.co.uk. Alternatively, contact our sales team now on 07944 56 5616. That's 07944 56 5616.
Revive FM
94.0. On the radio.
on your mobile.
And online.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. We're back on this Iftar show. This is your host, Sefi, and I've got right now in the driving seat Mr. Hamzah Sheeraz. Don't forget, this is the Hamzah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Hamzah's there, sitting there, ready. He's ready to go. Listen, basically, for those who don't know, every day the guests that have been coming in, we've been putting them on this racing seat to see who can get the fastest lap. And then at the end of the month, we're going to see who got the fastest lap, and we're going to treat them. What we're going to treat them to, we're going to announce that later on in the later on in the month. So Hamzah, are you ready, bro?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this, man. Let's do this. Okay, so when you're ready,
yeah,
hit that. Okay,
started. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a test lap for Hamzah. Okay. All right. Hit that brake. Oi. That was a good turn there, man. Well done, bro.
Who got the fastest lap? What's the fastest lap time?
Station manager. $119. Oh, he spun off. 119. Okay, here we go. Let's see how. You know what, Hamzah, bruv, you're all right, man. I've seen some terrible drivers here, man. That's the agility kicking in, man.
Smooth, isn't it?
Smooth, man. Okay, all right. Oh, he's gone round that. He's taken that corner nicely. And as he's coming to this bend on the left, okay, well done. And then there's a sharp turn on the right coming up. Oh, he's hitting some speeds there, man. Some speeds there. Sharp turn coming up on the right. And he stayed on. Stayed on. Oi. He's gone down the pit. He's lost it. He's spun up. Okay.
When does the real lap start?
Your real lap starts. It's coming up now. You're driving down to your real lap. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it.
Now.
Boom. Your real lap has started. This is it now. No messing up. That was a nice take there. Nice take. Slightly went off there. Your test lap was 126, I'm being told in my ear. So yeah, that was a good test lap. You got to beat it, man. Yeah. Wait. Go. Wait. That was. Oh, he's back on. Need to make up that ground, man.
Fully.
Okay. Where are we? Okay, we've got a nice sharp bend coming up here. Oh, he took that one well. You can hear that engine, man. I wonder what it's like going to be being a Formula One driver, man.
Must be crazy, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. That's a nice take. Okay, man. Hamzah, you're doing really well. MashaAllah, bro. Okay, we got a nice bend. Okay. What we looking at
last time, innit?
Yeah. You went down the pit, man. Pit stop, innit? Wait, the quick Iftari. Okay, boom, done.
Yeah.
Is that the lap done? Oh, you matched it, bro. You got 119. You got 119, mashallah. But you know what? That means you got the fastest lap, joint fastest right now.
Was it, yeah?
Joint fastest, Hamzah. Well done,
Are we
bro.
done? We're done,
yeah?
yeah?
We're done, man. We're done.
Cool.
Come back to the studio.
Cool.
Whilst Hamzah's making his way back, we're just gonna say, you know what, mashallah, that was a good lap there. So Hamzah got 119. So Muz, you know what, he's matched your time, bro. You know what, you met your match, bro. So anyway, we're gonna go on a very short break and get Hamzah back in the studio, and then we'll basically take on the show from there.
क्या आपको मालूम है कि नूरा जैसी बच्चियां पानी के लिए रोजाना
That was all right, man. You smashed it, man.
मिनहाज वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन को यकीन है कि आप छोटे और बड़े पैमाने पर पानी के मंसूबे लगाकर इस बहरान को खत्म कर सकते हैं। आपके एहतियात दुनिया भर के पसमानदा लोगों का म्यार जिंदगी बेहतर बना रहे हैं, जबकि अभी बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है। पानी सबके लिए के प्रोजेक्ट में हमारी मदद कीजिए। आज ही अतिया कीजिए या हमारी वेबसाइट विजिट करें www.minhajwelfare.org।
अल्लाह के रसूल सल्लल्लाहु ताला अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, तुम में से सबसे बेहतरीन वो है जो दूसरों को फायदा पहुंचाए। 13 मिलियन सीरिया के लोग आपकी मदद के मुंतजर हैं। सिर्फ 50 पाउंड में आप एक खानदान को पूरे महीने के लिए खाना खिला सकते हैं और 300 पाउंड में एक मुसीबत ज़दा लोगों को फौरी तिब्बी इमदाद फराहम कर सकते हैं और 2000 पाउंड में आप एक खानदान को एक खूबसूरत घर की तामीर करवा सकते हैं। आए कॉल करें 03,000 11 11 11 और विजिट pennyappeal.org। Penny Appeal, small change, big difference.
Let's connect with the Holy Quran. Minhaj Dawah Project distributes the Holy Quran in plain simple English for free. You can donate £3 and sponsor a Quran to a loved one, a neighbour, a colleague or a friend. We distribute Qurans totally free of charge across the whole UK, including in prisons. Please call us now to contribute on 0300 030 1951 or email us on dawah@minhajuk.org.
If you want to advertise your business on Revive FM, then visit www.revivefm.co.uk or contact our sales team now on 07944 565616. That's 07944 565616. Advertise with Revive FM.
With over 40 years' experience in the industry, Plachette Carpets is the place to go for all your carpets, laminates, linos, and wood flooring. We have an established network of suppliers, which means we can offer some of the best prices in town. We offer free estimates, free measurements, and now even free fitting. Call us now on 0208 472 8568 or visit us at 157 Plachette Road, Upton Park, London, E13 0QZ.
Revive FM 94.0 on the radio, on your mobile, and online.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Revive FM on this countdown to Iftar show with your guest Hamzah Sheeraz. I'm going to do a quick fire round question, Hamzah.
Go on.
Yeah. Yep. Let's get to know a little bit about you, right? Yep. Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
Muhammad Ali.
X5 or Rangy?
Rangy.
Okay. Relaxing holiday or adventurous holiday?
Relaxing holiday.
Relaxing holiday. Fish and chips or roti salad?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Hey, Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Coke. Have you been Umrah?
No. I went when I was little, but I couldn't really remember it.
I'm going to ask you the question anyway. Makkah or Medina?
Medina.
Oh, it's the cutter sunni nikle. MashaAllah. Medina, bro. Okay. Ferrero Rocher milkshake or Oreo?
Ooh, Ferrero Rocher.
Ooh. Hot dessert or cold dessert?
Hot dessert.
Hot dessert.
Hot and cold dessert.
Hot and cold. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying, man? That's why. Okay, sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Sweet too. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Commando or Rambo?
What do you mean by that?
You know what? You're not on my. You're. I forgot, man. You're a generation below me, man. You don't know that movie. Let's just leave that one, bro. That'll be one for. That'll be a classic one. Okay. Bollywood or Bhangra? Bollywood. Okay. Cardio or strength?
Cardio.
Okay, cool. You know what? That was a good quick fire round question. Let's come back to something that we spoke about earlier.
Yep.
That Bradley Skeet thing, man.
Yep.
I want you to clear that up.
Yep.
So whatever happened in the ring happened, yeah. Then we saw for those that don't know, I'm just gonna quickly Hamzah, jump in if I make a mistake here. But there was a fight which Hamzah had, not his last fight, but the fight before that with a chap by the name of Bradley Skeet. Hamzah was awarded the decision because it was a stoppage, wasn't it? It was officially a stoppage. But there was a controversy that there was a point in the fight. In what round was it?
Eighth.
In the 8th round, where Bradley Skeet, his knee was down, which basically means he was knocked out, and Hamzah hit him whilst he was knocked out, whilst he was on the floor. So he wasn't actually on the floor. One of his knees was on the floor, which technically means that you're on the ground. Hamzah hit him with a couple of, I think it was 2 shots.
2 shots, yeah.
2 shots. And then, but it was clear that from where Hamzah was standing, he couldn't see his back knee was on the ground. That was absolutely clear. The ref gave Bradley some time out to recover. After that, he asked, "Are you cool to recover?" He recovered. Fight carried on. You basically got a stoppage, won the fight.
Yep.
After that, he met you. It was all love.
Happy days.
It was happy days in the ring. Afterwards, behind the thing as well. But then when you went off, all of a sudden it kicked off on social media.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened and what happened from that point. When was the first point you heard that, you know what, this is an issue? There's an issue here. These guys are moaning.
Yeah, no, the next morning, a couple of interviews went out, and I saw obviously they were complaining and everything. And I was a bit confused at the time, obviously, because it was cool after the fight.
Okay,
it was cool after the fight, but yeah, that's where I stand with that.
Okay, and then after that, you're quite a gentleman, actually. You said, you know what, if you want a rematch, you offered him a rematch, isn't it?
Yeah, offered him a rematch, offered him a lot more money than he got for the first fight as well. So that wasn't an excuse. I said I'd make £154 again for that fight.
Yeah, which would have been because you were ready to move up.
Yeah, but obviously he said no.
Well, why? What reason did he give?
I have no clue. All I know is that he said no. I didn't ask my promoter why or anything. But all I know is that he said no. People are making excuses that you need a certain amount of time to recover after being stopped. But we gave him the date that I had last, so that was like 4 or 5 months after the fight anyway.
Yeah.
So all aspects of my area was covered in terms of giving him a fair rematch. But yeah, he said no, and then I think after that it got put to bed.
Okay. And has there been any comebacks? Has he called you out after that?
No, he's retired now.
Yeah,
he's retired now. He's done with boxing. Yeah, that was it. That's all I know about that.
Okay. And do you think how did you deal with that mentally? Because we live in an age of social media, keyboard warriors.
Yeah,
everybody's got an opinion.
Loads.
Yeah, and you know, I suppose it's good that you went through that at quite 100%. A young age.
Yep.
Because as you get older, you know, how do you deal with that mentally, man?
It wasn't tough. I won't say it was tough. It was a bit annoying though. It was a bit annoying because you get all these little like rats and everything all giving their two pence worth. I mean, I understand in boxing everyone's got an opinion and that, but when it comes down to like racism and all this rubbish,
yeah.
Online, I had millions of people saying whatever, but I swear to God, no one said nothing to my face. Like didn't have one person say anything to my face.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was that really. Obviously, they're just expressing what they want to express on social media, but they don't really stand by their opinion if they can't really say it to you in real life.
To your face.
Do you know what I mean? But I'm a thick-skinned person, honestly. I don't like. It didn't really bother me at all.
Are you naturally like that?
Yeah, naturally. I've always been like that. Naturally, I've always been like that. Because at the end of the day, they're not paying my bills. They don't mean they're not stepping in the ring there for me. I'm doing me and my team. We're doing our things. So that's the most important thing.
Because you're in the public limelight right now. So if you're everything that's about, and remember, you're right now. You're sort of like towards the. I mean, I wouldn't say the beginning, but you're sort of like you've fully entered into your career, but you're still probably in the earlier part of your career. You've got a long way to go.
100%.
And inshallah, when you're making it on that, you know, when we're seeing your name lit up on the Vegas screen, the Vegas Strip, and you know, Madison Square Garden, and inshallah doing things there, you know, you're going to be, the whole world's eyes are going to be on you. Do you think you're ready for that?
Yeah, of course. I'm more than ready for it. It's what I was born to do, and it's what comes with it. It comes with part of the parcel.
Yeah.
The more you win, the better you look. The more people get to know you, and the more you get known.
Yeah.
Around and about. So it is what it is. It's part of the parcel. It's a life I chose, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And are you sort of like? Are there any concerns that you've got with that? Are there any? You must be being told, especially as a Muslim as well, about remaining humble, and we've got all the Islamic ethics and stuff that I taught from our deen. How do you sort of like use that to better yourself when you're in that sort of public arena?
It's been instilled in me since I was young. Obviously, plus parents, family have always instilled it in you, and I've never been that kid that's been boasting of. It's not in me to do that. I mean, some people, it's normal for them to do it, so it's not like they're boasting. That's just how they are.
Yeah.
But me, I've always been humble. I've always been relaxed. I've always go about my business. Do you know what I mean? Always go about my business, and obviously Dean has a massive role to do with that as well. Obviously, that's what your parents teach you at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? They teach you about Islam, teach you everything, and everything all comes under one roof, kind of thing. And I think it's done a decent job, done a good job so far. And yeah, man. So
would you say that that's central to your sort of like personality, your religion, your deen, your and that's where you're getting your sort of like morals and stuff from?
Yeah, of course, massively, because I'm a God-fearing man at the end of the day. I've been well educated in our religion as well, so
alhamdulillah,
it's all good, man. It's all good. You get. It's almost like like I said, they play boxing and Islam. They play very, very similar roles in terms of respect, in terms of discipline, in terms of many. That's just a few things, but in terms of many things, and it's kind of
the core sort of like lessons that you get from them. But then obviously, when you misinterpret anything, or you sort of like distort anything, you get the distorted version of boxing, or you get the distorted version of Islam.
Yeah, I mean simple. I mean the base, like you said, the core of it, the basic teachings that when you first walk into a gym or when you first learn about Islam, there's some basic foundations of the sport and of the religion.
Yeah, no, definitely. And obviously, this is something that we're seeing, that you now, Hamzah Sheeraz, inshallah, you become a platform. You yourself become a brand. You yourself become a household name. And that gives you sort of like a massive platform. Have you ever thought of how you would like use that platform?
Yeah, of course we have. My team and us, we always think about that. But I think the main thing is to actually get that platform and get it to a level where you can actually make a difference. You can make a massive difference. Like, for example, Khabib, look at him before he got as big as he is. He was just continuously grinding and getting them W's. Yeah. And that's, I think, now that's the main. That's my main focus.
Yeah.
Just keep grinding it out.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, and just keep getting them W's. Keep getting them W's. Win a world title. Then your platform's big enough to actually, instead of talking about making a difference, just make the difference. If that makes sense. So you get loads of people like promising the world, and then only delivering a little bit, or delivering it for their own benefits. Do you know what I mean? For their own purpose and everything like that. But I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
You mentioned Khabib, so he must be an inspiration for you as well.
Of course.
He's an inspiration for all of us.
Everyone,
but how do you think, because you're in the sport, you're in combat sport, so the way he's going to inspire you is going to be different from the way he's going to inspire me or maybe somebody else. What did you take from that whole McGregor situation, the whole Khabib situation, how he handled himself? What was your sort of take on it?
Listen, the way he handled himself before all of that, even to get to the top of UFC sport, that's very heavy in booze, in women, in everything, just like boxing. The top of it, to stand strong by your deen at that level is a massive thing. People think it's easy. Like they think, we can go there and we can do that. But when you got the cameras on you, when you got people asking you political questions, or just questions about, they try to be clever with their questions. The way he went about everything, and the way he's still going about everything, is just someone to look up to and
definitely
take advice from.
Yeah, no, definitely, because it's easy, isn't it? You say that, if I did get that fame,
everyone says it.
Everyone says it. Yeah, I can imagine. But when you get that level, And Allah tests people by taking things away from you, and sometimes Allah tests people by giving you things, you know, and that's what life is, a test. And as long as we realize that, you know, that's the thing, and it's really good that, you know, you've got that sort of mentality there from early on in your career. But okay, so what weight are you at right now?
Middleweight.
You're middleweight now, yeah. So what's the next sort of what's the next plan? What's the you know, sort of like near future got for you?
Just keep climbing the world ranking. Hopefully, I should in the next few months the new ranking should come out, and I should be up in them. Hopefully, inshallah, and just keep working my way to the top. Keep working my way to the top slowly but surely, and hopefully within the next 2 years, fight for a world title and win a world title, inshallah.
Okay, so you're with Frank Warren, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to basically start going into all the politics of it, but just we were talking about this earlier about, you know, the whole boxing sort of like the what goes on behind the scenes. You must have seen some mad stuff, isn't it? You know, obviously the rivalry that goes on, what we see, you know, just on social, between Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren and you know, Top Rank and blah blah blah. But you're sort of like in it, or what? You know, what's it like in there, being in that environment?
To be fair, the promoters, you don't really see what you think I see, if that makes sense. You don't. Okay. You don't. Maybe really, not, yeah. At the end of the day, we're prize fighters. So what I do is I go to camp and I go about my business. I come to England, I fight, I relax with family, and do the same thing over and over again. So in all honesty, I don't have time to see what they're up to at the end of the day. Obviously, you see it on social media. What you see is what I see. Okay. Basically, what you see is what I see. Obviously, it's all healthy competition at the end of the day. Yeah. There's no malice or anything behind all the promoters and that, because at the end of the day, they're just trying to make a buck and look after their fighters and make the best fights happen. Obviously, but there is that healthy competition, and I think it's needed in anything, just to keep help each other elevate. But yeah, what you see is what I see, man.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. No, because I would have thought that you know, all the gossip, you would have been catching all the gossip. So you're not sort of like in tune with all of that stuff.
I wouldn't say I'm in tune with it. Obviously, you get the few little Chinese whispers here and there. You get the little bit here and there, but sometimes you think about it, it's just a bit silly at the end of the day, because it's just all in internal politics and just a bit of drama for a minute.
Yeah. You know what? I want to also talk, just ask you the question. As a British Pakistani boxer, Amir Khan basically just had that fight recently with Kell Brook. I think everybody from the Pakistani community was sort of like rooting for him, regardless of like what their earlier thoughts, because they've seen this guy. They knew he's on the back end of his career now. You know, it's probably going to be his last fight. What was your take on the fight?
Kell Brook was just a better man on the day. He was bigger, stronger, faster. In every department, he was just a better man. That's honestly what you can take from it. He was, you could tell straight away he was the better man, because he implemented his authority in the ring straight away. He was no messing about. And yeah, man, I think obviously personally I'd call it a day. But as a boxer on that level, especially being a British Pakistani, there's a lot of pride involved. It's not as easy as just retiring on a loss like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not as easy as just retiring on a loss like that. So let's see where he goes from here.
Okay, cool. And you know, obviously, the fact that he was in this fight, and the way the public got behind him, it seemed as if though Kell at the end of the day wanted it more. Do you think that's right?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, because you got to look at it this way. That was Kell's career-defining fight. Yeah, that wasn't Khan's career-defining fight. He's won 2 world titles in 2 different weights. He's fought big names, whereas Kell Brook was been calling for that fight since day. So that was like almost his judgment day. That was his make or break. Do you know what I mean? And he delivered on the day.
Yeah. That's quite interesting. Now Khan's basically talking about thinking that the rematch clause that he's got. What do you think that is? Do you think he'll do it? Do you think he actually wants another fight, or do you think he just wants some step aside money, or do you think he wants to just like carry on his career and go maybe outside, outside of have some easy fights?
I don't know what you don't know what he wants at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? He might. I don't know. I couldn't really answer that, man. It depends what he's going through mentally, where he's at mentally, and what he wants to do with his life and what he wants to do. If that was me, I'd call it a day.
I think he's had a good career.
Yeah, he's had a brilliant, better than good. He's had a brilliant career.
Yeah, he's had a brilliant career. Yeah.
But I think having another rematch is almost like asking for a death wish, man. There's no need for it.
Okay, cool. You know what? We've spoken about Khan. I want to come back to you a little bit about your technique because you're 6'3". I've got a call coming in. Hold on. Assalamu alaikum, caller. You are live on Revive FM. This is your host Ish, and I've got Hamzah Sheeraz in the studio with me. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mo. I'm calling from Ilford.
Yes, Mo. You want to say anything to Hamzah? You want to ask him anything?
Yeah. First of all, I want to say great show. It's really good to have to see Hamzah on your radio. Just wanted to just a few questions I had. First,
go on.
When does Hamzah think that he'll be ready for a world title fight? Question number one.
Yeah.
Question number two is short questions, and hopefully some of them should be quite short answers as well. Second thing, there's a few big British fights that are going to be going on. First of all, Fury with White. Who does he think he's going to win and why? And Joshua with Usyk. Who does he think and why? Jazakallah. Thank you.
So what was the first question again?
First question: when's your world title fight happening, man?
Inshallah, brother. I'm giving myself 2.5, 3 years max. 3 years max, because I don't want to. Like, I could fight for a world title tomorrow. I could fight for it tomorrow, but I don't want to get there and then win it and then be that guy who just won it and that was it. He didn't defend it or nothing like that. I want to get there and I want to stay there. Do you know what I mean? Almost like Canelo did. He got there, he stayed there, and now he's the man.
Yeah.
So that's answering that question. And what was the second one?
And the second one was Fury White.
I've got
drama's going on there, man.
I've got Fury, Tyson Fury to knock him out within 6 or 7 rounds, but I don't think it will be a smooth fight. I think White could rock him, but I think Fury will get him out there, and similar to the last Wilder fight.
Okay, all right. Well, you got that one. Third question: Usyk Joshua, man.
Usyk Joshua. I'm rooting for Joshua because I do like him, and I like the way he goes about his business. But I just think Usyk's got his number, man. I think Usyk's got a number. No matter what Joshua does, I don't think, unless he lands a shot and knocks him out completely clean, which obviously he has got the power to do. I just see Usyk doing the exact same thing he done in the first fight, if not better, and if not sharper, and winning an easier fight.
Really?
Yep.
So where does Joshua go from there then?
I don't know where he goes from there. To be honest with you, even if he did lose that fight, even if he did, inshallah he doesn't because I want him to win. But even if he does, he can just go back to having a rematch with Dillian White. He could fight. He could still fight Tyson Fury, even though there'll be no need because it's all British dust up. And he could fight Wilder. That's the great thing about the heavyweight division. There's a lot of avenues to go down. So there's plenty of options still.
Okay, guys, you know what? We've had a fabulous show. I'm going to need to end this quite a bit abruptly. You know why? Because I didn't realize in the chat, we've come to the Iftar time. So, you know what, guys? Really, really thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Big shout out to Hamzah Sheeraz. Thank you very much for joining. And inshallah, we're going to see you. We're going to have you back on the radio when you got that world title, man. Inshallah. Okay, assalamu alaikum from me, and have a good Iftar.
This Iftari is sponsored by the Wahbeh restaurant in Gants Hill, Ilford, and Plashet Carpets in Upton Park.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ومولانا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم إني لك صمت وبك آمنت وعليك توكلت وعلى رزقك أفطرت. وصلى الله تعالى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله في الأولين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه في الآخرين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا ومولانا محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
This Iftari is sponsored by the WBO Restaurant in Gants Hill, Ilford and Plashet Carpets in Upton Park.